Welcome back to another episode of Catman's Week. This week, I released the video that was actually the idea behind why I started this channel, which is the Frying video. I just had so much shit to chat about this show with my friend who I was watching it with, that I just figured I could make a YouTube video about it, and that's what caused me to make this channel. Took over a month to actually release that video though, because it took over a month to finish the show, because it was fucking boring. But I guess it will hold a special place in my heart now, for inspiring me to build the Catman empire. But yeah, I wanted to express that somewhere. Very important video for the Catman show lore. This week in the UK, it has reached record temperatures of 18 degrees. We've all been sweating it out, just trying to make it through. Trying not to die from heat stroke. I joke, but to be honest, it is fucked up. I have to turn my fan off when I'm recording videos, and that's why I get so peeved in some of these videos, I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking roasting. I got a couple things to go over later, but in terms of all the music I'm gonna be going on about, it's gonna be mostly rap music. If you don't like rap music, you've been warned. I'm gonna start off with Back to the Lab Volume 3 by Frisco. This is a raw as hell grime tape, gritty beats, and Frisco has got mad bars and mad flows. Listen to it while working out, it's good for that. This shit is just so real, and I feel it couldn't possibly disappoint any grime fan. JME was spitting some shit on here that was like a mad synchronicity for me. JME is guiding me. I'm following in that man's footsteps, believe. All that not wasting your time shit. I really feel like I have woken up a lot recently. I kind of go through bursts, like I'll be mad conscious for ages, and then I'll sort of forget about it. But I have a good feeling this time, because I'm putting it into action. I'm putting in work. Anyway, this is a sick grime tape. I have no complaints about it really. It's just everything you want from a 2000s grime tape. Next we got All I Have by Amore. Yeah, Amore is already back on Catman's Week. I don't like this as much as the second album, but it is quality. It would be fair to say the production is more on point overall. It's all just very beautiful and pretty and calm. The singing is great here. It's much more soft than the next album mostly. I Just Died is so magical. Feel like the beats always act as extensions for the feelings Amore is expressing. Like Hating on You for example. The tone shift when that song comes on is so apparent. Majority of these songs are just so relaxing and they bring a great sense of peace to my mental. Lots of amazing songs. I swear with these beats, they just thought of everything, if that makes sense. There's just always like 3 perfect rhythms going on and blending together perfectly. I know I said it ain't as good as the second album, but it's like basically just as good. Another absolute classic. Next we got Federal by E40. As expected, this is awesome. E40 is one of the best rappers ever really. Love how his flows just go wherever the fuck they want and always still work. Guy raps like his body is constantly morphing around and changing form. Reminds me of being on acid a little bit. Great storytelling on this album with some very funny songs like Tenji 2 and some more serious songs like Let 'Em Have It. Calling them serious does feel a little absurd though, because everything E40 does is kind of inherently humorous. There's also a song on here that explains in verbose detail the process of having a barbecue. Awesome stuff. Next we've got 19 Tiny 5 by Mr. Tiny Mane. Really hard Memphis tape. Shit is fucking evil to be honest. Got some DJ Zerk production here. One of my favourite Memphis producers. This tape is a great example of what Memphis rap is all about really. Everything is really tough, but you have moments like Animate the World that feel so full of soul and emotion. The underlying thing that makes Memphis rap work for me is just how human it is underneath all the spooky evil shit. And this is a great example of that. It's a positive experience if you know how to look at it properly. Next we got Yuck Influence by Woody. Basically gangster rap over great West Coast mob beats. Kinda like horrorcore beats almost. Very thoughtful lyrics on this album. I get the impression Woody is a smart guy. Very introspective, thoughtful guy. He has a lot to say about the shit going on around him. And he's a very clear storyteller. When I locked in with this, I realised just how amazing this guy's flow is. I went for a walk listening to this and it just felt so real to me. Felt all of the emotion and hurt and the drive. The grind is real with this man. Classic album really. In terms of new music, we got Late to My Own Funeral by Boldy James. What is this now, like Boldy James' 5th classic this year alone? Probably one of the best ones of them too. Teaming up with Nicholas Craven, who always got some great beats to showcase. Every album these two have together is actually a classic. Love the soulfulness to the beats and the chipmunk samples. Good level of emotion to it, as opposed to the usual tone of Boldy's music being quite tough and hard. Boldy just always brings his A game really, and this album is no exception. He's one of the best going right now. Even his worst albums, he brings his A game to and is more let down by beats or whatever, but he's definitely not let down by beats on this album. Next we got Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips. These guys are still great rappers. Love the first song here, lots of emotion in it. It being a dedication to both rappers' recently deceased parents. Pharrell producing this shit makes the album feel kinda like a throwback. It's kinda like nostalgic to me. I fuck with the beats. Nowhere near as much as classic Clips, mind you, but they're pretty good. Much more poppy and commercial than old Clips really, but I don't really mind, it's still good. Best quality is definitely the rapping though. Love getting invested in some of these rhyme schemes and that. That's it for the music. What else have I done? I watched the Blues Brothers for the first time, and actually what have I been doing with my life, man? The second I saw that shot of Jake coming out of prison, I was like, this is gonna be the best movie ever made. And I was right. This is one of the most absurd and hilarious films ever made, and I loved every second of it. This film just casually has amazing performances from legends like James Brown, Aretha Franklin, John Lee Hooker. Also, Carrie Fisher plays an obsessed slighted ex who commits many acts of terror against the Blues Brothers, just cause why not? Feel like this movie has everything you could possibly want. They destroy like a whole mall, blow up a gas station. They basically blow up and smash the shit out of everything they come across in this movie actually. They must have had a fucking enormous budget. They make enemies with the police and Nazis and rednecks, and get in car crashes constantly, cause huge car pileups. The Blues Brothers, they're on a mission from God, which makes really absurd things happen. This movie had such good comedy that I was actually just like applauding it at times, clapping my hands together while pissing myself laughing. The Nazis in this movie are so fucking over the top and hilarious. The Blues Brothers are just based as hell, and this movie is actually such a wealth of culture, I swear. So many little details, like the girl from Ipanema playing in the elevator. The film is just like a celebration of all things based. Don't see how you can't love it. Not gonna lie, I saw that big Stop the Boats effigy, and I couldn't help but think how like awesome and aesthetically pleasing it was. I don't agree with it or avow it, don't get me wrong, but I saw on the news how this huge tower was made of stacks of pallets, and like my warehouse experience TISM activated, I started soying out about the sheer amounts of pallets I was seeing. I think it's just awesome to stack pallets that high. Look how cool it looks, man. Maybe I'm a freak, I don't know. I could just be a freak. I just fuck with pallets a lot. Them Irish be crazy burning huge effigies and shit like they're a bunch of pagans or something. I think it's pretty wild that like they show you the boat and they gave these men that they're burning faces and personality. Like they had in mind particular people when they made this shit. It is fucking like barbaric and very sinister, honestly. But there is a badassery to declaring how you feel by burning a big tower like this with the people you hate on the top. I cannot admire the audacity of the Irish to do this and not understand why people are freaking out. Current events, man. Catman knows all about current events. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Subscribe to the Catman Show, leave a like, leave a comment. Goodbye.